Alrighty, wonderful. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. He says, moving his mic out of the way, but like a moron. Uh, Hi. Tonight we are playing some Dungeons and Dragons, 3.5 edition, because we are. Not because I never bothered to learn 5th edition when this game started over a year ago, and we're not changing now. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy everything Welcome to the Party has to offer, including the many, many places and things on the internet, such as following them on Twitter at Welcome Party RPG, subscribing here on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/Welcome to the Party. Yeah, we have 3 tiers of subscription, gaining access to them. Get you all kinds of cool, amazing rewards every month. You stay subscribed. You can give advantage / a natural 20 to a player or DM of your choice on the entire channel. Also, depending on which tier of subscription you choose to do, that's a word, you gain access to various emotes such as VWTTP D20, Michael the Mimic, and Crits on the Rocks. You can also catch up on everything Welcome to the Party has to offer over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Welcome to the Party. And if you ever want early access or to support the channel in any other way, there is the Patreon, which you can get by typing in !Patreon in the Twitch chat right now, or it should be linked down below. If you too would like to become a member of this wonderful all-inclusive party, you can check out the Discord server in the link down below. We also have merch, !Merch in the Twitch chat to learn about that. And we would like to take this moment to thank our wonderful, wonderful sponsors of Tabletop Loot for when you decide you don't need to afford your home anymore, you want more dice, because that's what they'll do. You'll spend all of your money on dice because they're all that good. Devon Rue, Mistress of Maps, a wonderful cartographer. She is a fantastic supporter of the community here. And So Nerdwear, wonderful nerdy t-shirts for all of your nerdy needs. You damn nerds. Did I just do everything?
Yes, you did it in such a way to where we're almost feeling like we're going to hear some classical music afterwards on like a radio show.
Yeah. Well, now I said all of those things. Hi. You're wondering, who is this person, and why does he seem strangely calm for once? And the answer is, I have no idea. Well, I know who I am. I'm the Bardic Knock. My name is right there. You can see it on the screen. You can also find me on various places on the internet, such as Twitter at the Bardic Knock, here on Twitch at twitch.tv/the Bardic Knock, and over on YouTube at I don't have a special thing yet because my content isn't good enough.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I also have a Patreon because I am poor and would like to not be. Feel free to check that out. That's me. I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. I'm gonna maybe try and kill people. Maybe. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just, like, flirt with them and it'll get awkward and gay. Who knows?
It happens.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I will let my wonderful, wonderful players introduce themselves. As almost always, Archer, would you like to introduce yourself, please? And also climbing this pillar, however, doing a more legitimate climb instead of what Keldor did, using a rope trick to get halfway up. We have Cody. Cody, who are you?
My name's Cody. I play Kid, the Dark Horse, also known as Jarl Dark Horse, also known as your worst nightmare if you decide to mess with him that time. Unless, of course, he's charging into battle with only half his health, which happens more frequently than one might think. As it happens, I am doing the more legitimate way of climbing up a mountain, growing an extra set of arms and proceeding to climb up almost barehanded. So, 2 different uses of magic. Same result.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
I can actually get my hands free to say and do awkward things with our weird bird lady who is currently talking to us.
Yeah. And who is that bird lady talking to right now? It is none other than our next delightful member of the team, being Rebecca. Rebecca has chosen not to climb the pillar, instead to have a picnic with their wife. Rebecca, who are you playing?
I'm Rebecca. Oh gosh. I'm Rebecca. I'll be playing Hermone's the half orc bard / monk. And tea is great. Tea is a great thing.
What is tea?
What is not tea?
Yeah. And finally, the member of our team who's probably the most screwed over right now. Don't blink.
Possibly.
Who are you?
Yeah, I am Don't Blink. I play the sorcerer, who's not screwed over yet.
No.
Yet.
Fine.
I just remember being around fire, and then I remember you saying roll for initiative, and that's it.
Yeah. And your partner in crime, TJ, is off being a wonderful human being and father to his child. So he is not able to join us this evening, leaving Varco fighting a weird fire ghost thing on his own. That's going to be fun. Holy crap, that might be like the most... It's TJ!
It is TJ.
TJ's the one who does it all!
It's always TJ. We know this.
Oh, I miss it.
I know, me too.
Someone make a flippant comment and derail everything for 20 minutes. I feel wrong. It's fine. We'll actually crack on. I mean, it probably won't be as funny. I lied. No, we'll make it funny.
Yeah.
Although I can only do a really offensive Canadian accent, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's start with climbers. So we'll do climbing team, picnic team, and oh god no, the fire, please don't, it hurts team.
Alrighty.
So, Keldor, the last thing I remember telling you, you were approximately 150-ish feet up. You know, there's 5 sets of suspended rope just below you, which have been stacked on top of each other, creating small interdimensional pocket spaces in which you can find safety and whatnot. So they exist. And you were climbing, and you'd just gotten to a point where if you stopped and looked around, you could see what appeared to be some empty or abandoned caves surrounding the pillar, built into the side of the sheer cliff faces. But other than that, you were continuing your climb up. Do you want to roll me a climb check? $26. Yeah, wonderful. Very little ease. You can start climbing up a little bit further. As you get past like the 175-ish foot area, you start to notice the stone, like the earth that you are currently ascending. It becomes a bit thinner, and you are starting to see tree roots bulging out of the sides of this pillar, and there are some very obvious cracks. So in some ways, wonderful, I can maybe use this to climb a little bit better. In other ways, oh no, I don't know how much of this is stable. So take that as you will. Is there anything else you would like to do before I see what Kid's doing with his climbing? Alrighty, Kid. You were a little bit further down. You were at like 120-ish feet, if memory serves, weren't you?
I believe so, but I am catching up quick. Didn't realize my sound was not on. Yeah, at the moment, I'm just kind of going through, making little ruts where I can to hopefully make it good if I decide not to fall. Sugar's flying up a little ahead of me in case I need to very quickly catch myself while falling.
Yeah. Alrighty. Make a climb check.
I will do so. Let's see. I currently have a +4 bonus on it because I have 4 sets of arms.
2 sets of arms.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
I did find out it was legitimate.
Yeah. With 17, it's decent. You increase by like another 20 feet or so. You're nearly at the point where Genfrey is at. Genfrey is, he's just poking his head out of his top rope trick, and he's trying to figure out how to ascend higher. He's got a vague idea of what to do, but he's like, need to think about it a little more.
Alrighty.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
At the moment, I'm just kind of trucking on. The bird lady is currently down talking to someone else, so I have no one to annoy at the moment.
Alrighty. Caldor, make another climb check, please.
Sorry, was that directed at Keldor?
Yeah, sorry, I said Caldor.
Okay.
Must have mumbled my words. 30. Fantastic. Just to clarify, you're about 180-ish feet. This takes you to 220 feet very easily. You start climbing up. You very easily avoid some of the crumbling earth and stone. You make use of the fact there are big, thick roots, which you can get good hand holds on, but you can do all of that good stuff. Now, getting a little bit higher, would you like to make a spot check for me if you're interested in looking around? The caves are still around on the thingamadoodles, the cliff face, that's the word.
18.
Now, higher up. Obviously, there's the first set of caves you came across, maybe 30 feet down. Well, back at 150 feet, you're now at like 220. So, a lot further down, like 80 feet. If you get up, there are more caves. And they seem to look very... what's the word? Manufactured, that's it. The lower down ones, they maybe looked natural. These ones look very, carved out in very specific patterns. These are here, these are them. However, once again, 0 signs of life. The most alarming thing, or concerning, or just odd, depending on how you choose to look at it, there are signs that these caves were at one point lived in. In the mouth or entryway to some, you can maybe see, like a rack for drying clothes, or a bowl, or various doodads. Just generic, ooh, yes, people were here. But they look as if they are falling apart and have been long since abandoned or unused.
Okay.
Anything else before I move on to Kid?
Not right at the moment.
Okay.
I have noticed that Keldor has disappeared from my sight. I looked down first.
Yeah, you look down. They're hard to make out exactly, but you know kind of where Primrose and everybody was. You see Genfrey's head poking out from the side of thin air as he seems to be thinking contemplatively.
Okay, I don't think my spit hit them. So I will continue climbing up dejectedly and bored. The time has come for climbing.
20. It's real good. Well, 21. Before, all right, you had a good crack at it. Now you're, all right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get past it. You are maybe 175 feet and you are coming across the same thing that Keldor came across. All of a sudden, a lot of the stone and earth of the pillar seems to not be quite as solid or consistent. However, there seems to be some tree branches that are, well, tree roots, not branches. Get it right, Matt.
Okay. Have I got it to the little cliff faces yet, or the?
Oh yeah. You have first came across maybe a few of the more natural-looking ones at 150 feet. 180, you're starting to see the first signs of manufactured ones, but once again, yes, these things do not look like anything has been in there for a very long time.
Okay, I would like to go into one of them if I could, and just kind of explore around if I have the ability to stand and walk.
Well, these cliff faces, like, you're climbing this big pillar in the center of this area, and then there's like a big gap because you are surrounded by cliff faces. So,
oh, got it. Okay, they're not connected to the pillar itself.
No, sorry if I've not explained that. That was a bad part on mine. I mean,
okay,
it doesn't look that far away. Maybe 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't think I can make that jump. So,
yeah, if you thought you had some way of crossing a 30-foot gap,
not without burning my plan with sugar. So, not going to bother with that. Keldor could probably leap that because he's got pretty mad ups. But nah, I think we'll keep going. Although I'm going to keep a look at any of those. Though, are they deep, or can I see the back of them?
Some you can see the back of. Some appear to be very deep. And if you stop and you look up, you see even more of them going up the side of these cliff faces. And some appear to be connected. There's some very large ones quite high near the top of these cliff faces. Okay. This definitely looks like at some point it was a settlement of sorts.
Okay, I'm going to tell... I'm just going to yell up to Sugar really quickly and basically say, keep an eye on the caverns, and if anything comes out, let me know immediately.
Yeah, Sugar's like, all right, cool, I got you.
Sugar's awesome. All right, so we will continue the climb.
Yeah, you know what? Roll me another climb check, and I'll go back over to Keldor.
I shall do so. Because it can only get better. Or
20.
potentially 1 point worse.
Yeah, you're about 175 feet. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do, climbing up this mixture of wood and stone, but you get a decent amount. You can easily push up to 200 feet. You know, you are 2/3 of the way done.
And how far? How long have you been climbing?
How long would it take you to climb 200 feet?
Let's see. So it's half my movement. It's probably been at least, I'm going to say 15 minutes or so at the very least.
Probably.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that whenever my arms fall off, I'm holding onto something with the top set.
Yeah. How much longer have you got them for?
They're around for 50 minutes at my current level, so I'm not too concerned about them falling off immediately, but...
Yeah, you know you could probably get to the top and then they'll fall off, assuming nothing terrible happens.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Keldor, currently at 220 feet of this 300-foot pillar. Are you doing anything different to proceed, or are you just going to continue climbing as you were?
And just keeping an eye on Gen 3 so that he doesn't off.
Yes, I should specify what Gen 3 finally decided to do. Gen 3 finally decided to take a gaseous form and very, very slowly, because you can only move 10 foot per round. So just this small ghost gas Gen 3 is just floating up going, I'm gonna get there. Yay. I'm gonna do it. 23. This is definitely starting to get a lot harder. In contrast to the good, serious 20, 30, sometimes even 50 feet you're progressing, you progress maybe 15 feet as the roots of the tree are now overtaking all of the stone handholds. And you're fairly certain you can see some of these roots moving around a little. This tree is more than just a normal tree. It lives in a very different manner than you are used to.
Would I know the...
You can make a knowledge nature check if you want to try and figure it out.
18.
Giving a little bit of study and a little bit of prior knowledge, younger sister is a druid in training, and
What? We just got raided.
ooh, hello, lovely people. Who is that? Sleepiest, giving us the best kind of raid, a sleepy raid.
Sleepy
Oh, thank
raid!
you. So, as I was saying, with your younger sister being a druid and your hometown having that kind of like, you would have a vague understanding of plants are more than just plants. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some plants are predatory and eat things. Some plants can even get up and move. The way that these roots are perpetually moving, and it doesn't seem to be in like oh, that's just growing. They seem to be very controlled in how they're moving. I mean, you can't tell much yet, but it is definitely giving you hints that this thing might be sentient. This tree might know what it's doing.
Alright. Do I get a feeling that it's predatory?
Not as of yet. You have no
Okay.
reason to think that, it hasn't tried to attack you. It hasn't tried to do anything like that as of yet. But you're still quite... You aren't really that close to the main bulk of the tree. These are just like its... the word I can't remember. Like, extremities. That's it. Ugh, God. Words are not my friend today.
Are they
So,
ever?
no, they are not. Is there anything else you would like to do, or should I jump back over to
Go right
Kid
back.
quickly? All right, wonderful. Kid, currently at where did I say you work, Hode?
200 feet.
200. Wonderful. And Keldor is at 235-ish. Kid,
right.
how do you progress?
Well, I've been rolling pretty low, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to hope that I'll roll better. I'm going to attempt a rapid climb now that I've got handholds to work with, which I think voluntarily decreases it by 5, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alrighty, then let's see if Kid can actually manage it.
Nice.
30. Hot diggity damn. Yeah. You take a good look. You've got monkey arms. You're seeing tree roots, and you go, all right, yeah, I know how to do this. You grab it with all 4 arms, and you start pulling yourself up, doing like full-on monkey climbing, grabbing, pulling, and you hurl yourself up a good 40 feet. You have overtaken Keldor.
Try to keep up. I know that Keldor works best with challenges. That's actually part of his character.
It is.
Mostly because I want him to get up there first, so if anything attacks, it will be them.
Oh, I love how much
strategy.
I do love how much of an asshole Kid is. It's wonderful.
I've got plans.
He's perfect. All right, Keldor. You've had a good, solid lead this entire climb, when all of a sudden up the other side, because as well, to specify, Pillar has been seeming to get thinner as you've been going up. So at first, when you were coming up from totally separate sides, you're now much closer together. You're maybe grand total, like distance horizontally, like 15 feet away from each other.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, Keldor's not one to back from a challenge. He's going to attempt to move up the wall faster as well. Nat
Hello.
20.
I knew it.
Impressive.
Oof.
I know how to.
Nice.
I know how to make Kildor work.
Alrighty, so Keldor, at 235 feet, you've just seen Kid go past you. Please describe how you ascend a good solid 50 feet with this climb.
Knowing Keldor, he's just gonna start like grabbing like big old chunks and just like almost leaping up the cliff at this point.
All right. So, like, grab and pull and leap and grab and pull and leap. And you just leap and bound past Kid. Alrighty.
Oh dear. Dice rolls! No! I'm gonna die.
Can you make a reflex save for me?
I knew it. Nope. Oh, I guess that's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible.
It's not wonderful. When you get past the 250 mark, there's not an actual mark, there's not a little sign going 250 feet. It's not Disneyland, for God's sake. But when you get past that part, you feel these roots move a lot more definitely. And when you get to 260, you feel a root wrap itself around your waist and pull you into the side of the cliff face. You are counted as entangled.
All right.
And
that doesn't work against me.
So this is at exactly 260 where this happens. So
Right.
unfortunately, it's unfortunate for your nat 20 happened then.
It's like,
because
root flop. It's like one big leap up and then just root.
Yeah. And you take 9 damage as you feel these roots start to tighten and crush slightly against you.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Well, the good thing is he's not falling.
Keldor just looks at the tree
Yeah.
roots and goes, rude.
Root.
Like he was getting in the zone, and then these stupid tree roots just grabbed him. Yeah. He's slightly annoyed.
Yeah, understandably, as you should be. Kid, you see this. Keldor leaps past you, and you're like, nice. Oh, wait, what? As he is pulled into the side. And in fact, if you stop and look at it for a moment, you can physically see Keldor like being pulled in a little deeper than the outside of this. It's almost as if he's being pulled inside of the tree, very slowly.
Okay,
What do?
quick assessment. How, as far as what I see, are there any other very clearly animated roots nearby?
You'd probably notice from way down at about 240-ish, you started to notice the roots were moving in general.
Mm-hmm.
But probably wasn't enough to pay much attention. It's a magic tree, whatever.
Okay. Let's see. So, following the exact same route, I'm going to make my way very quickly up to Keldor, and I'm going to attempt to start slashing him free.
Yeah, all right, wonderful. Roll me a climb check.
Here it comes. Because I'd rather not burn my benign transposition on that.
Yeah, 29, perfect. Thankfully, because of Keldor moving in such a beautifully aggressive manner, it's very easy to find where he moved. There's broken roots and all of that from him grabbing and pulling and yanking and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, arguably, one might even wonder if maybe it's that caused the roots to attack him back. Maybe.
Maybe. In the meantime, though, If,
Yeah, sorry, in the
if I'm
meantime,
able
you
to,
get
I
up
would
there.
like to, get up there, use my bottom arms to hold on, and top arms to begin trying to slash at the roots.
Okay. Do you want to make me attacks with that?
Sure, I'll only get the 2, though.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that. First comes the claw. Stupid thing. And there we go.
Yeah. That's easy.
All right, does that take it all the way through, or do I need to make another attack with it?
You will need to make another attack.
All right,
4
here comes
damage
the
is
other.
not enough to break this root.
All right, here it comes.
But that is because these roots had exactly 10 hit points.
Glorious.
So a 4 and a 6. Yeah. First one, you get some good claw marks in. Second,
Awesome.
broken it
Just reach
free.
up and pull apart with the top arms. Bottom arms holding onto the cliff for dear life.
Yeah, Keldor, you are free.
All right. I'm like, okay, need to move faster.
Ooh, did the vines come from further up, or are they just right here?
This vine specifically, well, root, you can see. Well, unfortunately, all roots you can see they all come from one source.
Mm-hmm.
So this root specifically that grabbed and wrapped its way around Keldor, where it appeared to be at the end was currently where Keldor is, but obviously you can see it does go all the way up to the base of the tree.
I think we should climb the roots.
Oh,
We can go faster than they can grab us.
Shogun!
Oh, Shogun!
In with the 500 biddies.
Oh, Lord.
Shogun's
Stop
so
trying
good.
to kill us. Thank you, but stop trying to kill us.
Shogun's my friend. Yeah.
What happens when you have so many bits but no morals?
Who needs morals?
Just wanted to let everyone know out there.
Technically,
Shogun is going to single-handedly kill us all. Thank you,
Eventually.
Shogun.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
if it's any consolation,
He's also killing himself,
Mm-hmm.
which
yeah.
makes it fair. Alright.
Alrighty, so Keldor Kid, you have collected yourselves together. Kid, you have just suggested you're going to let's use these roots and climb up that way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you intend to do that? What's the plan?
I don't think Keldor's gonna go with that. Because he noticed that they only started grappling him once he started tearing them. And he's like, I think they attack back. I don't think they attack directly. And he's gonna try and be a bit more careful not to damage any.
Probably a good idea.
I've got 4 monkey arms. It's a good idea to climb the vines.
You
That's
go
what Kid's
for
monkey
it.
brain's telling him.
Yep, Bardic got the biddies.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well,
All right.
shit.
If we're at the same time, let's move at the same time. Oh, there we go.
Another nat 20.
I guess I'm
Keldor.
just climbing really well today.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think now you're inspired to be like, no, screw this. I'm not. So,
And this
Keldor,
is
with that final nat 20.
specifically not damaging roots.
Yeah. With that, you can climb yourself right up to what you believed was a plateau of this pillar, when in reality it is actually just the base of the tree. The entire pillar itself, you have now realized, has always been this entire tree. The stone and earth that had formed around it, further down, was a mixture of fossilized wood, because it's old, and that's the outer edges had fossilized, or just people trying to hide the giant tree. So you basically stood on a very thin, it's maybe got a width of 10-15 feet, verge of solid bark as you're now stood at base level of this tree. And Kid, you're still climbing. You're at 260 just then. You can get all the way up to 290. You've got 10 feet left to go.
I
Alrighty.
have been dragging a rope behind me,
Yeah.
so if he grabs onto it, I will gladly make a strength check to pull him the rest of the way.
Oh,
I'm not
please do.
concerned.
That'll be wonderful.
No,
If
seriously,
he's-
I am letting him move ahead so that if anything goes for it, it goes for him first. So far, the plan has worked.
You're just saying no to the rope?
I've said no to the rope for the entirety of this. There's a way to
Okay.
do this, and I think I figured it out.
Okay,
Mm.
Keldor's just like looks down at you, shrugs, wraps
I've got
up his
vines. I'll
rope,
be fine.
and puts it on his back and looks up.
All right, you look up. You see a continuation of this giant tree.
And there's
Being this close up to it, it looks even taller now you're up here. Like, it seems to just go on essentially forever. I mean, thankfully, some of the actual branches appear to be low enough down at this point. You know, you kind of reach that point on where the tree is, where, you know, there are branches and foliage you can see. The tree appears to be very bare in its foliage. There is, however, a single fruit growing from one branch.
how far away is that?
A good 30 feet, and the branches dangling precariously over the edge of the chasm.
Okay, I look around. I look down at the party that's stuck on the ground, including Miss Angel Lady thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, you said there were 3 parts. Did I finish the second? Or do I still have to go further?
From out of nowhere, you hear a voice. It's not in your head. It is defiantly, definitely a physical voice. It sounds old and tired, perpetually exhausted. Basically
Primrose doing
just
up
me. And as it speaks, you can feel the entire pillar moving. In fact, Kid, please make either a reflex save or a strength check to either hold on to the tree as it feels as if the whole thing trembles.
Sure. I'm gonna go for strength since that would actually no, reflex will be better.
18, yeah, you're fine. It's not trembling that excessively.
Mhm.
And this voice speaks, and it says, "Congratulations. You have passed. Now, the final test. The test of mind."
Fuck.
Keldor's like, I'm not bad at that. Okay. Keldor just is like, okay, and what is this test?
I am part of the bird in the sky. I am part of the fish in the sea. I can never leave. Nor ever feel. What am I?
Oh, yeah.
Are you looking for something specific? Or will
so.
any answer to this question work? As I arrive up there, does he go through the entire thing again?
Yeah. You can climb up there as he's finishing, and he just
Okay.
looks at you and goes, "This is the test."
Okay. Part of the bird here.
Flacco's screaming from the ether.
You know what? Whilst you two are figuring out a riddle, let's jump to Team Picnic. The least tense group, because then we've got to go to the other really tense group. Team Picnic. Primrose, Eliza, and Lady Theodala. Lady Theodala has shown no interest in your tea.
How dare
What
she?
else are you doing?
I mean, we're just sitting there. I don't know what else we're doing.
Well, if you don't want to do anything, you're in this magical, mystical forest. You felt the tree shake.
Could we hear the trees do the talking?
I mean, yeah, it's a voice loud enough to do that. I mean, however, you'd have to climb all the way up there to answer the riddle, because that'd be cheating.
Oh no, I have no idea what the answer is, so I won't take part in that. I don't know what to do.
Well, like I said, this is a very powerfully mystical place. It's a great big magic tree. There's all kinds of magical mumbo jumbo going on. You've got this weird bird lady who's like, "I just don't get you."
Okay, well, there's one thing Prem would do. I didn't bring it up last time, though.
Yeah, what would you do?
Prem will take another sip of their tea, and feeling the ground shake from the tree, and then hearing the tree. Lydia, do you know if there is a secret garden here somewhere? Like told in stories and myths?
Pauses and just looks and goes, "Yeah, it's ancient magical woods. There's secret gardens everywhere."
Are we in the secret garden right now?
No.
Okay.
Does this look like a garden? There's literally one tree.
I don't know. I haven't been in many gardens. Only garden I know of is my one back home, but that's mostly rocks.
Well, just to clarify, I'm assuming when you say secret garden, this is some kind of people talk for access to the Feywild, yes?
I don't know. It's what my human father called it.
So, you don't know. I'm assuming, since you're asking, that this is something you really want to find. It's probably important to you. And judging by your age, your father's probably dead. You probably have some kind of emotional significance attached to this, yet you know nothing aside from secret garden. Did you do much research before going into this, or just...
There's not much information in the human side of things. I must understand that. There's only so much information I can gather on the human side of things.
I suppose that makes sense. I mean, kingdom of man is not exactly astute or aware of the worlds beyond its own. But really, you didn't think to speak with the elves or the druids or anyone in tune with the natural world?
I mean, this has been a recent development in my life, so no, I haven't had much time to think about it that far.
She pauses, she looks at you, and she's just judging because she's looking at how old you are. And she's just gonna, how is someone your age? You know, people don't live long. It's actually quite pitiful. How is this recent? Surely, did he die a long time ago and you just forgot about it?
No,
We
it's
too
recent.
busy doing other things? I'm very confused. I'm not understanding. How did you receive this duty so late? Yeah, it's of utmost importance to give burial rites to people, isn't it?
Prim looks slightly annoyed at this conversation, but it was it was recent that my father passed away, and I went home at that point, and I know he wanted to see the garden, but never did. I mean, I have his ashes with me. That's they didn't want to. The people that the village people, they didn't want to deal with that.
Sorry, you said the village people, and my mind went to a really hilarious place. That's it. It's now canon that village. There's there's a cowboy, there's a construction worker, there's a guy walking around in leather outfit. It's canon.
All rock farmers.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Actually, having because I had a dumb thought. Please
I lost
continue.
my footing. Hang on, let me get back into my mindset. They didn't want to bury him where he wanted to see, and that may have stolen his ashes and brought it with me, and now I'm here. So, yeah, I need to find it, and I don't know where it is. Can you help me with that, please?
No.
No.
Well, I'm sorry. I feel we've had this conversation before. It is my job to guard the entrance.
I know.
I do not leave.
Uh-huh.
I can't just walk away after 200 years of standing guard because some old person needs to find access to the Feywild. It's kind of not my problem. However, you're trying to perform the turning, yes? That's why you're here. Well, you're not trying to perform it. You've chosen to stay here and let the others risk, or the others gamble their lives and yours to do this. You're just drinking leaf water. It's fine. I understand it. I didn't have wings. I won't try and climb that thing. That's stupid. But the turning merges the worlds briefly. That will give you access to one of these secret gardens you seek. It's probably easier than trying to naturally find one. That requires literal decades of study, and even then, it's not entirely right. The way other worlds merge with our own is chaotic and unfavorable at the best of times. So,
I will take that as your assistance in this matter.
okay.
I don't have anything else to say. I don't.
Oh no, that pause was intentional. Lady Theodala is both horrendously awkward and incredibly rude.
Oh my
A
god,
little
we put
bit.
two of them together.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So she just kind of floats there. Goes, okay. I will let you finish your leaf juice.
Yes, please do. I mean, you could talk to Kid again, I guess. I think he seems to like you enough.
No, I can't go that high up. That would break my duty. I'm not allowed past
Cool.
the halfway
Cool.
point.
Neat. If I don't care at this point.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I hope your friends fail and you all die.
Alright, that's fine.
And she just flies up and returns to her duty.
I don't like her. I don't like. God, that's so annoying.
Eliza's just sat there with a really awkward face, like holding a cup of tea, and just goes, well, hey, we've got some information, so maybe we can, if we do this whole turning thing, providing we don't all die because those numbnuts up there don't figure out a riddle. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can somebody just tell me everything's going to be okay? Because I've totally just realized our entire future is currently in the hands of Keldor and Kid using their brains to solve a problem that you can't punch.
Hey, Keldor's not stupid.
You can't hear this conversation.
Oh, we can feel it.
Keldor's not hearing any of this. I can hear this conversation, though.
I know.
It's alright. Everything's gonna be okay.
Well, you know
yeah,
what?
The other person
No.
who's not there.
It's okay. I've calmed myself down. I'll be fine. I'm sure the other team has got nothing as dangerous or ridiculous as all of this nonsense.
I mean,
Jump cut to Varco stood in a room that is half on fire and the other half is diminished, as we get a brief recap of Varco and Flick standing, seeing a burnt out holy room, essentially a church or temple of your religious choosing. And from what would have been the podium, there is a skull half emerging from the fire, a bright blue light gleaming from one eye, as it basically said to you all, "You dare enter this holy place. Now we will burn forever." And that is where we rolled initiative last time. And I've got to scroll up and find what Varco's initiative was. I've missed it because I'm a Dumbo. Oh wait, if I just click that thing open, would it tell me? Yes. All right. Well, there's Flick first, but unfortunately TJ is not here. What do you think Flick would do?
Stab a thing.
I mean, do you think you can stab fire?
You
He
can
does
certainly
have a
try.
magic weapon, and I'm assuming his first reaction would be to go.
I don't know. We got to think of this in terms of Flick.
Although, if memory serves, Flick still has his frost breath held up, doesn't he? Because Varco did super frost breath.
That is
Mhm.
true.
That is, yeah.
And Flick had taken in 2 drinks or 3 drinks? Because I remember he threw up. 3 drinks. Alrighty. So, yeah, you know what? In fear, Flick is going to dash over. I go, wah! Can somebody roll me 3d6?
On it. Kabam. That's a 13.
Nice. Oh, hang on. No, 4d6. He needs one more.
Ugh, Matt, you make me do everything.
All right,
16
16 times that by 1.5, which would be increasing it by 8.
24.
Which take 24. Alrighty, wonderful. So that's that. The ghostly fire image skull thing. You're still not entirely certain what you're attacking because you can literally only make out this skull, and the rest is fire. So you don't know like where his proportions end. Flick just ran up and did it at the skull. As like, all right, well, this will maybe do something. Farco, what do you do?
I kind of become sad.
Is that your move action or your standard action?
So yeah, Flick would just kind of run in there. I'm assuming this fire guy's not doing much. He's just sitting.
Yeah, the fire guy isn't reacting yet. His initiative is really bad. Surprisingly, fire ghost skull things don't move very quickly.
If only TJ was here. Because I have an idea. It's not a very good
Flick
idea.
to it and run away.
Well, no. I mean, no. I'm gonna delay an action and see what the other guy does. If the fire guy starts becoming hostile, I'm gonna have black tentacles prepared and put it right on top of him.
Nice.
Because I mean, I don't want to be anywhere near there, and I don't want to be in here any longer than I can. And I know Flick would probably want to do the same, but if Flick just kind of ran up right to him, that's probably going to put a damper on the plans.
Well, Flick would run so he was within range, and there's a 15-foot cone on that. So, Flick would have moved that, done that, like, and then run back, I think.
Oh, we're awfully brave if we're assuming Flick isn't immediately going to try and hide.
Oh, yeah. I like to think Flick dashed, like 10 foot forward, went blah, and then ran 20 foot back and is probably hiding behind you.
Excellent. All right. Then, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Alrighty. So, prepared action.
But I'm just going to tell him, we're not your enemies unless you make us your enemies. And I'm going to try to sound, I mean, like not scared, though, if that's a thing.
All right. Do you want to roll me a diplomacy?
Sure.
Nat 20.
I could do that. I mean, I do have points in that. I guess I could do that.
Person.
Very charismatic elf. Or not elf, sorcerer, that's the word.
Nope.
8. So, how do you imagine Varco is saying? It's like, will you? Shh. No.
I think he said it exactly how Don't Blink said
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah. All right. So, we don't want to make an enemy out of you unless you make an enemy out of us, kind of deal. All right, cool. From inside the flames, where the skull is, still half covered in them, you see, black, burnt bones slowly form from underneath it. So you see the throat and you see its rib cages, and it reaches down to its arms, and you see it wielding 2 deep bronze daggers.
Fuck.
It moves them together, slices them across one another as if sharpening them, and the daggers seem to emanate a powerful blue flame. This flame looks hot. It burns harder and brighter than all of the standard orange yellow flames around you. You can hear this. And he points one directly at you, Varko, because Flick's hiding like a little coward. Well, more like a genius.
More like someone who doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Mm,
You still have protection from energy up, which is probably the best idea you could have had.
Vako has like this sinking pit in his stomach. He's like, I ask Flick if maybe we can convince him if we could borrow his knives for a little bit.
As what's Varko's touch AC?
Let's see. A 12.
Okay. Well, that is a 15, an 11, and a 17. So one of these doesn't hit you. The other two do.
Well,
Feeling.
as mentioned before, though, I'm holding my action to see if he is doing anything threatening, and he is. So I'm going to get to perform my action before all this craziness happens, sadly.
Yes.
So,
as you...
tentacles.
Can you roll me a spell resistance roll, please? So that is a d20 plus your caster level.
Yes.
$17.
Oh, I didn't put my caster level on there. Sorry.
Oh, what? You just rolled that's the 17 on the dice? Nice.
17 on the die.
All right, wonderful. Tentacles, go. Because with your caster level, that's like a what? +8?
Yes.
At this point? So.
Yes, it is.
So, remind me exactly how the tentacles work.
Yes. Let's see. So, it's like these black rubbery tentacles come out about 10 feet long each. Waving members spring forth from the earth. Huh. Anyway, what ends up happening is every creature in the area must make a grapple check. And they treat the tentacles as a large creature with an attack bonus equal to my caster level and a strength score of a 19.
Oh, yikes. So, large with your cast level, so that would be d20 plus 8 plus 19, which is +4, and my large is +4, so it's +16 to grapple.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
Alrighty. And you're grappling the fire ghost thing.
Which sounds odd, but yes. I hope.
Well, with a 12 on the dice, unless you roll a nat 1, like, he can't win.
Let's hope not.
Let's see. Can he do it? Can he do it? That's a 34.
Yeah, no. As this dagger like lights up when he begins to fire at you, your plethora of tentacles burst out of the ground and just grab and wrap around this thing. The tentacles are basically invincible, aren't they? They can't take damage, can they?
That is
They're
correct.
essentially force creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also do damage to him, though.
Yes, they do. So we'll take that into account. Because
ooh, max damage.
Whew, nice. That's good. So he has taken 34 points of damage thus far. I need to... Yep. Because the flame around him engulfs the tentacles as if it was trying to set them on fire. It can't because they're rubbery force tentacles and they can't get set on fire. But he's there writhing and yeah. Flick kind of looks at this. He's just like, so what are we doing now, guys? Like, did we win?
We need those daggers from him. Do you think you could take those daggers?
I mean,
But don't go in there though, or the tentacles will grab you too.
Ooh, got it. Flick reaches into his bag, gets out the troll gut rope. Oh
The
god,
troll rut gope is a completely different item, Matt.
Yeah, that's. And he just goes, "Go get it, boy," and sends the rope to weave in and try and pull out the daggers. I mean, he is already grappled, so he's going to take a -4 on this disarm check against the sentient rope. And that's weird because they both rolled a 13, but with his -4, the fire ghost cannot hold on to anything. The troll gut rope pulls the daggers from his hands, and the fire stops. Like all of it. All the fire ceases. You won in 1 round.
This is a good thing. We're not dead. I believe.
This thing had a 23 spell resistance.
Yeah. Got I know that feeling, Matt. Breathe it in.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I like it. All this tension build up and you go, no.
I'm sorry. I'm a sorcerer, and I'm a damn good sorcerer.
Yeah, so as all of that happens, all the fire fades and crackles down, a single skull clatters onto the ground. It's the skull of this person. It still seems to be speaking at you, but it seems no longer to have any physical form it can manifest. And it pauses. You can hear distress coming from it, and it just goes, McFife has finally ended me. Take your prize and let this world die.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm sure Flick can handle the daggers better than me, but I suggest maybe we put him in a bag.
Yeah, Flick will go over, grab them. I think you've got a bag of holding. I'm sure I gave you one.
Yep.
Yeah, Flick will go in there. And I think Flick would take a celebratory drink.
I will join him for one.
As at that moment, a rhino charges in through the broken down front door with Angus McFife and an edgy as hell ranger on its back. And they just kind of look around and go like, so, whatever you did, you fixed it all pretty fast. Was actually a wee bit anticlimactic, if I'm honest. But good job.
Yeah.
What was it? Because if you look outside, there's none of those, weird people still walking around asking Terry if they feel alright about something.
Flick, Flick saved the day. He killed the thing, and we got the daggers.
Alright. anything else to say? Or are we jobs are good un?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Right. Whose skull is that?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Whose skull is that?
I look over at Flick, and like the bad guy that Flick killed.
Flick shrugs. I mean, it's black. Like, actually, like, solid. Like, that's not even, like, if it was set on fire. That looks scary. Should we, like, smash it or something?
You have the hammer, right?
Aye.
Yeah, get to it.
All right. You've got no. I don't know how any of this stuff works, but fine. He walks over, pulls out the hammer. There's a wispy voice. It's just kind of laughing. and yeah, again. Damn king, wanting to rule everything and thinking that the kingdom of man has. Wait, what are you doing with that hammer? No, stop it! And Angus smashes down on this blackened skull. The whispers stop. Relifor stops being a rhino. It just transforms back into a normal people's. And kind of looks and goes, "Oh, did you get the things?"
I think so.
Cool. Alrighty. Let's head to the place. Gotta get that wheel turning. It's gonna do some real good. And Team Chimichanga, you have succeeded.
Ooh. Yay. I thought one of us was gonna die.
Oh boy. And then it turns out you're just a badass sorcerer the entire time.
Yeah.
And you had a drunk with you. I typed it into our Discord, but the power of alcohol and tentacles saves the day once again.
I mean, yes.
That used to be the motto of our party. Okay.
I'm pretty sure the motto of our party is, wait, how did this work again?
Be gay, do crimes.
I mean, also this. You know, all the cliches, really.
Yeah, more or less.
You know, something along the lines of, like, I don't know. Sorry, you were saying I was busy winning. Who cares about consequences? I think that's definitely up there.
Yeah,
The answer is
yeah.
always yes. I don't know,
So,
we'll figure out an actual daisy chain motto later.
yeah. All right, let's jump back over to Kid and Keldor, who are trying to solve a riddle.
Mm-hmm.
You've had some time to think about it.
We have. We've been thinking about it.
Have you had any actual thoughts? Aside
No.
from...
It's like shit riddle.
Well, is a good question.
Oh my god, there's so many answers it could be, but which one does it want? Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm discussing it with Keldor because I'm assuming this thing will allow us to discuss our answer.
Oh yeah, you can talk all you want. You know, if you look around on this ridge, you can. You know, there's no rush. You can be here forever. You see a skeleton stripped bare to the bones. It's wearing a raggedy old cloak. Someone sat here their entire life figuring out this riddle.
Okay, Let's see.
He's
So
dead.
The answer could be edibility. It could be nature. It could be a brain. It could be a place in the circle of life. It could be anything really. So what do you think? It could be cuteness. It could be.
It's in the bird in the air and the fish in the sea. It has no feeling but can never leave.
Could be bones.
I mean, bones can feel, kind of.
Yeah, I guess. Well, there could be.
And they can definitely leave.
Yes, they can. Technically, you can remove bones from someone.
I may or may not have done that recently.
Yeah. Okay. So that's clearly the answer here. Let's see.
The voice will rumble again and will say, I can rephrase if it was not clear.
Rephrase.
I am part of the bird that is not in the sky. I can swim in the water, but always stay dry. I am larger than a castle, lighter than air. Yet 1,000 men could not move me.
A what couldn't move you?
1,000 men.
This just makes it more confusing. That was totally in character.
Is it a cloud?
Well, clouds are wet.
Clouds, like if something is wet, that means they're technically always something.
Yeah, but they're never dry.
How is a cloud not in the sky?
Yeah, that too. With
And
the
how
bird
can it
when
swim?
It's not in the sky.
When it rains.
Oh, if it's with the bird not in the sky, and it can go through water and stay dry.
Birds can drown.
Yeah, but birds.
I
don't
love that this
stay
is both
dry.
in and out of character conversation.
Wait. Can't move, but has no weight.
1,000 men can't move you, which is why I thought, oh, it's clearly up in the sky too big where they can't move it. Oh, wait, that would also include by magic.
Yeah. I mean,
A reflection?
I think you're getting close. Well, you can move a reflection just by moving.
Yeah, but 1,000 men can't move a reflection. If the reflection is reflecting something, then you can't move the reflection. You can either get rid of it or you can...
It's true.
Is it the sun?
It might be a shadow.
That might be
Is
it.
that in character?
Yes. This is just Keldor rambling.
Yeah, when you say shadow, the tree and its branch curls round and presents you with a golden, with the single fruit that is on it.
That was
This golden apple.
far easier than I was expecting it to be.
Oh boy.
And I take it.
Okay.
As you pluck the apple from the tree, you hear a very loud, audible sigh of relief as you feel the tree start to bend. And you feel it move beneath your feet. This tree is dying and falling apart very quickly.
Oh god, I sure hope that Primrose has more Feather Falls prepared for today. I'm going to go and I don't know if it's a good idea to just launch myself off the edge and just start falling.
Oh, Here's what Keldor does. He takes his glaive out
Mhm.
and sticks it in, and then starts like dropping using the glaive as like a sliding tool. He's like totally
Okay.
riding the blade down. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
See ya.
Yeah. I think Primrose has probably got us. Okay. I'm going to go. I'm going
All right.
to. I'm going to like start falling. And when I'm getting probably about halfway down, I'm going to start yelling, Primrose, catch me! Primrose, catch me! Primrose, catch me! Primrose, catch me!
Primrose, you're
Um,
enjoying tea and being angry,
Yeah.
and you feel the tree start to break and fall.
Primrose, we broke the tree! Catch me!
Promotion sighs and just fixing a sip of tea. Doesn't even look at Kid, just says, let it fall. Fucking things.
Oh, yay.
Did you get the apple?
Keldor's got it. He's still up there.
Keldor's
See
like
ya.
riding down the tree, like sliding, like, and he is like waving the apple around.
Keldor
Yeah,
is living his action movie. You know, just for good measure, there's an explosion in the background.
Yeah. So it was a good thing I jumped. Okay. All right. Do we have to worry about debris hitting us?
You do now.
Okay. All right. Land on the ground, I guess. Start running back. Is Bird Lady? What's Bird Lady doing?
I'm like, Bird Lady, I don't think you have a tree to protect anymore, as I start sprinting away.
You're free, Bird Lady. Do a flip.
Theodore, she'd flown back up to about 100 feet in the sky, and she sees this, and she is just broken. She's just staring at this going, kid, you'll be falling past her.
Hi! As I keep going.
She grabs your ankle, and you cease your falling. You are currently being held upside down in 100 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she just looks at us. What did you do?
Apparently the answer was shadow.
Yes, I know that. But what? Why is it dying? Was there only one fruit left? Like, has no one been maintained? Like, what are the flock doing? Are they not up there?
Are
Oh, if
you
you're talking-
seriously
Are they all-
unaware that everyone's gone?
Yeah. There was no one else up there. It was just a weird voice and also a skeleton.
She slowly
I'm assuming the two are unrelated.
she just floats down to the floor very slowly. Keldor, you can continue doing your cool action movie stuff because I want it. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, don't roll. Do cool action movie stuff. I approve.
It would be kind of funny if I failed at that. Just saying.
All right, what do you think you should roll?
I'd assume it'd be reflex, just for, like, controlling the stupid thing.
Yeah, do that. Roll me a reflex. Ugh.
A decent roll.
Let's have a little lucky Lou. 17. Easy. You've got this.
A lot easier to get down than to get up.
Oh, hell yeah. Lady Theodala will fly Kid down the rest of the way, and she will land. Her feet will touch the floor, and she drops Kid on his face.
I've got enough arms to catch myself. I'll be all right.
Oh, yeah. It's just like she does it with still holding your ankle. She just lands and lets go of you. And
Alright.
Keldor, you eventually get down, and she just can't. Everything is. It's. There. They were gone.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, apparently. They haven't been there for a long while. At least
From what
from
we
what
can
I could tell.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering about all of the caves and stuff that were like totally empty.
They shouldn't be empty. That's
You seriously never gone to see if anyone's there ever?
no. My duty is to guard the entry.
Well, seems like you miss a couple of things with your head so far in the mud, you stick.
I still do not
think we've been over
understand
this
this
before.
reference.
That's fine. Now you
Wait,
get
he's
it.
been
You are the
calling you a
reference.
stick in the mud?
Apparently, I don't understand this reference.
It's very
Well,
accurate.
you're living it now. Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, I'm sorry everything that you know is gone and died and everything, but at the same time, at least I was right.
Well, there's just like, okay, look. Do you seriously not have the imagination to have ever wondered ever why nobody ever showed up ever?
What's an imagination?
Well, see, the cool thing
Okay,
about
good
this
to
is
know.
that now you get to have one. Because, as we didn't plan on, but I guess now has occurred, we are, I guess, you're done.
There's nothing left to guard here.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
that's it. You're free.
Yeah. As you're saying this, the tree continues falling.
Oh, this
And it
whole
basically
time,
just-
like, Keldor's, like, bleeding and is, like, grabbing the tea party and just, like, throwing it on Snowy and saying, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Yeah, like the tree falls and it actually crashes down into the Valley of Gales, smashing half of it and just getting rid of any of the crafted things that produce the wind. You can now just walk out of here like it's nothing. It's been broken, smashed, destroyed.
That was close.
The tree, thankfully, just falls around you in like a perfect little hole. Yeah. Like, surprisingly, none of you are hurt.
Keldor's just sitting there like, okay, don't want to do that again.
So, Theodella, what's next?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's fine, too.
You could be a rock farmer.
You could be a rock farmer. Look at all of them. If you learn how to take some of these, I'm pretty sure you could make some really cool petrified wood furniture.
Rock farmers are really boring, just like you.
Wow. Just dishing it out.
I wouldn't say you're boring. I would just say you lack an imagination.
Theodala reaches up to her shoulder and undoes her quiver,
Oh, thank
drops
God.
it. She unbuckles her armor, drops it. Underneath, she's still wearing clothes. She's not just getting naked.
Okay, good.
Yeah. She has like normal, but this entire time she's been wearing like very impressive armor, like very guard. Just takes it off, drops it, rolls her neck, and you hear every single vertebrae crack as if, you know,
Never
she has been
unstiffened in her life.
for over 200 years. And she spreads her wings, looks up, looks at you all, and goes, I can't figure out if I hate you or if I should be thankful.
That's a common reaction with us,
Probably
honestly.
both. Both is probably accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. She then leaps into the air and takes off. And you can see her flying off in whatever direction she's going or what she's doing.
Cool. I don't
Happy
think
trails.
we made a friend.
I don't think we made an enemy either.
True enough. Well, we have how many hours left till the freaking thing has to happen? And where were we supposed to meet them? Did we? Wait, we didn't even talk about that, did we?
I mean, the best thing we can do is meet up at the same area. We were only about half a day away from each other, so provided we can get back in the amount of time.
Yeah, but weren't we supposed to go somewhere to the thing?
I'm hoping it wasn't here.
Oh no, it wasn't here.
Good.
As everything's just destroyed around you.
Yeah, just something falls out. And
You know
just,
what?
lands
I've
right
just
next to us.
realized the only places you have been which you then didn't destroy is... Well, no, because Cardenbath was technically already destroyed, so it's Keldor's hometown. That's
Yeah.
the only place you've been which hasn't ended up broken.
Oh man, it's always good to figure out what our lives will be like after the adventure's over. And apparently we've decided that we're a demolition crew. Although it's unintentional.
Alrighty. So, I think that is the perfect point for us to take a quick 5-minute break. And we'll be back real soon, as the party has now achieved their 2 separate goals. Now we need to get together and figure out how to make this damn wheel turn. Doodly-doo! Archer, do the thing!
Doing the thing!
Alrighty, wonderful. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the. I said a bunch of stuff at the beginning, so if you forgot what I said, click back to the beginning, or I can tell you again. Follow Welcome to Party various places such as Twitter, here on Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. Information should be down below. Yeah, that should cover it. Let's jump right back on into everything. Let's jump over to Varco quickly, because I'm assuming that'll be a little bit quicker. Doesn't really have much fallout to deal with. Varco and your various group of peoples. Is there anything you want to do in this village, which is now no longer on fire? Yay! Before Relithor leads you to the place where the turning will take place.
Vaco is actually just gonna look around, like what happened to the people.
Which people? The residents of the village, or the weird time loop ghost images?
Both.
There are basically no sign. Well, there are no signs at all of the weird time loop ghost images. They're all gone. If you were to look around and inspect all of the homes and whatnot, you would find occasional bits of ash, some bones. Everybody in this village was burnt alive. Pretty dark.
Well, Vaco just kind of nods his head. I guess there's nothing else we could do for everyone. Everyone's resting at peace.
Yeah. Sanzalar will look out at, the destroyed remnants of his home. He'll reach down and grab some ash and some dirt, and he'll just be like, yeah, cool. He scatters some of the dirt and some of the ash and lets it blow away in a soft breeze and whispers something very quietly and solemnly to himself. All right, yeah, cool. And that's that.
Yeah. I kind of like look over at Flick. Just kind of like pat him on the back. I'm like, "We ready to?"
Yeah. I think I'm good to go.
Yeah, me too. I look at everyone else. I'm like, "Are we ready?"
Everyone will give you a thumbs up, and they'll all, in a unique and individual style to their particular characteristics, say, yes, let us go.
All right. Vaco's just gonna like kind of shake the like literally the sense of death that he had. Like he honestly thought him and Flick were just dead.
Yeah, I did too. Fucking 17. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. One round.
And so Vaco just kind of like starts slowly walking away from the village. He's gonna let the past be the past. He's not gonna really try to think about it too much.
Alrighty. You start going. Relithor will lead the way, and if you would wish to engage with anybody on this conversation, you can, or you can walk in awkward silence for a couple of hours.
Vaco's always been the awkward silence, couple of hours kind of person.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's who he is.
I don't know. That's fine. Team Cherry Tree. Picking up from where you are, you've destroyed this powerful ancient tree. You have put a stop to the Valley of Gales. What do?
So she dropped her armor and stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm like, well, I don't need it, but probably someone else does. And I grab it and stick it on the owl there.
I mean, in Genfrey eventually floats back down in his gaseous form. He's like,
Oh, there you are.
nearly made it to the top, and then it all fell.
Yep, you got real close.
I nearly did it. Oh.
I mean, technically you made it. I'd say that counts.
Yeah. I climbed the tree.
You're worthy. And now the tree is gone, and no one will ever believe you. No, we were there. We'll tell everybody.
Yay.
Poor Game 3.
hey, we did say we'd tell people, so not that bad. But
I think we should carve our names into the rubble.
Yeah, do you want to carve anything into this
sure,
ancient tree?
go for that. And I'm gonna turn to Eliza and be like, "Can we get a message to the other group?"
Oh yes, I can certainly send a wee message out there.
Yeah, ask where we're supposed to meet.
And also tell them we broke the tree.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Eliza proceeds to cast sending, sends message, basically saying, we did it, we broke the tree, where are we going?
God, I love that. That wasn't our job, but we did it anyway.
I mean, it wasn't not our job.
She gets the reply, and unfortunately it's Relifor. So when she gets a reply, you can see her physically getting a little uncomfortable. And she kind of looks at you all and goes, okay, so first of all, I think we upset the dwarf.
Well, that was to be expected.
He said the turning will take place at the central crossroads, so in the middle of the forest, I'm guessing. Who can navigate woodlands? Because I certainly can't.
Sugar can.
I'm pretty decent at
that. Okay. Well, I'm ready to go whenever everybody else is, so...
Okay. Let's make our way. I'm going to very quickly type in, or not type, carve a little piece on one of the rocks that says, Daisy Chains, first to the top, that you know of. It's a really quick job, so it's probably not going to last past the first rain, but it'll be there. I also quickly carve in, Charles, this is where I was. Because that'll probably mess with someone someday.
I love how that's Kid's entire goal in life, to mess with people.
It's part of it.
Primrose, it sounded like you wanted to say something.
I assume we're walking now.
Yeah, unless you want to sit around and not walk. I'm assuming you'll get ready and head off.
Yeah. As the group's doing that, Prim will kind of pull Eliza aside. Are you okay?
I mean, as okay as anybody can be if they get the sound of that crazy person who used to, essentially be my boss screaming in my head.
I mean, is he your boss though? Anymore?
I mean, he was. And I don't know. I mean, he used to be really kind and respectable, and It's just it's weird. Really weird.
Yes, well. Oh, the older you get, the less weird things get. That's what I mean to say.
I mean, maybe. You know, my life was very not weird before I joined this, and now it's nothing but weird.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. No. Yes.
Keldor just walks by and says, "Normal's overrated."
Yeah, honestly, do you want to end up like Theodalia? I'm already forgetting her name, honestly.
I'm certain that Kid is purposely suppressing the proper pronunciation of her name.
Possibly. I don't know. She had so much impact. But no, honestly, if that's what you aspire to be, I guess more power to you, but I think there's already enough sticks in this mud.
Okay. Well, sure is convenient that that tree fell down, knocking a great big hole in that there canyon. So we don't need to waste time walking down that entire mile. We can just cut through it.
Yeah, it kicks the shit out of my idea of like taking out our bed sheets and holding them up and like flying down the rest of the way.
Can you not? Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
Keldor's just like, "Oh, that would have been so cool."
Wouldn't it, though?
I'll do it too.
You all remember what happened to Matilda, don't you?
Oh yeah, we probably need to bury her.
Keldor just becomes stone-faced. Like, all joy has completely dropped out of his life.
Yeah,
And he
we have
just-
time to bury her, I think.
Walks away
Whatever's left
and
of
starts walking towards the entrance.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. What Eliza was just trying to emphasize there, like the tree fell and it has smashed through the canyon. You don't need to walk back through the canyon. You can just
Yeah, he's walking
Walk
to
through
where
it.
the hole is.
Yeah, so if I show you on our little screen here, instead of having to walk all the way out there, you can literally just cut through like that.
Oh,
Oh. Would she have wanted to be eaten by vultures?
Don't think there's, like, Keldor's not paying attention to it.
If anything, we've learned this is the circle of life. Who knows? Maybe the bird lady might have, like, vulture bird is part of her thing.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it was more like an owl, but
Owls eat lizards, right?
sure.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, if we brought her here, we probably would have just detonated her or something anyway.
Oh my god.
That was the plan.
Oh, Eliza,
you
please
say-
don't end up like Kid one day. I swear to goodness.
Rest in peace, Matilda.
Okay.
I mean, fine. I don't see that there's any event that could possibly trigger me into being so flippant and casual with, life. It's not like anything terrible is ever going to happen to me or anybody I care about.
No, of course not.
No, it'll be fine.
It
Okay.
kind of sucks that your garden wasn't here, though, Primrose. We'd probably see it if it was.
What do you think? I don't know what it looks like. I just know it's a garden. There are plenty of gardens.
Well,
Yes.
apparently there's like a place where nature converges, or whatever the hell it was Relithor said. I don't know, something druidy. That might be a good place to check.
Probably.
I mean, wasn't Lady Theodala saying something about where the worlds cross and something about the Feywild?
That's probably where it's going to be because that sounds convenient enough to all of this.
Huh. That does sound convenient. What are Fey?
Like fairies?
Oh, come on, those don't exist.
Oh, they exist. Rock fairies exist too. Did you know that?
No, that's a lie.
Hey.
Okay, I can accept dragons existing. But you're talking about like little men who come into your house and drink your milk and clean for you.
Well, not just that. Some of them are large, scary things, like with horns, and they make plants grow, or they kill things, or some of them, have got like little red hats on,
That's Angus.
and they cut your toes off. Fae do all kinds of things. There's even types of Fae which are basically just elves, but not. They're like super elves.
Okay, I think you're lying to me at this point. I haven't seen a lot of the world, and personally, I'm feeling attacked.
Eliza wouldn't lie to you, kid.
I have my doubts sometimes.
I mean, I might.
Ever since she put that armor on, she's got like this whole new thing. I mean, I kind of like it, but still.
I like it.
It is rather adorable, yeah, I will admit that.
Big old screaming face in the middle of her chest. Honestly, it highlights her whole personality. Like, I don't know if she's always been like this, or if I'm just now starting to notice it.
I
mean,
it's fun.
I don't know what it is. There is something about wearing this that makes me feel not quite so as repressed. So a lot of my thoughts, but I would tend to only think, I can now say out loud. Like,
It's probably
you're
your
all
back pain.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's definitely the back pain.
I mean, that too, maybe.
Primrose, you should probably massage her. I mean, you are a monk. You probably have like good knowledge of acupuncture or something. Isn't that what
Prim
monks do?
just stares at Kid, just like, you think I don't? We're married.
I mean, well, do you really?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
She pulls a kind of snarky face and asks, like, do you really, though? You might think you do. I'm only joking. Come on now.
Then maybe you should teach me how to do it better.
Fine. We'll definitely make sure to set aside some time after we finish doing all this turning stuff. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time. Anyway, shall we stop messing around and get on with things?
No,
Hold
we're
on, I've
always
got
messing
one last
around
thing
in
to
this
do.
group.
One last thing to do. I'm going to walk over to one of the bigger rocks that I can still possibly lift up.
Mm-hmm.
And since I've been keeping a mental track in my head, that's the precise moment my arms fall off. And I'm going to place the arms underneath the rock and set it down.
It never gets any weirder each time you do it.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I think this is what it was meant to happen. They'll look and see, and like I'm very, very delicately putting the fingers into a middle finger underneath the rock, so that whenever it decomposes, it's be doing it.
Wonderful. Great. Good quality game.
I mean, he's a teenager. What do you expect?
Let's go back to the middle of the forest. Keldor, I think you're leading the way, right?
Keldor's like already like 100 feet off. Like he never stopped walking.
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty. You don't need to roll for this. Collectively, you've got enough time because thankfully nobody messed up too bad. But this will take you about, between 5 and 7 hours to navigate, respectively. And eventually you'll get to somewhere you can see where two paths seem to make a crossroads passing through the woods. You also meet up with the other crew. You are now one party again. Team Chimichanga and Cherry Tree have now ceased to exist.
What smells like mesquite? Burn mesquite.
We had just a quick barbecue back at the village.
Aww.
It was very smoky.
Well, that's sad to hear. We should have gone that way. We just climbed a tree and then it broke.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh well.
Hopefully everyone's okay. I kind of look at everyone from the other party.
Yeah. The other lizard folk just looks and goes, ah, what? What happened? Yeah.
I'm going to go put a hand on his shoulder.
Mhm.
Dear, no.
She died as she lived.
In servitude.
Yes.
Wow.
I was going to let him finish that statement, so hopefully it would be better, but it wasn't.
Keldor just looks and says, "Didn't make it."
Thankfully,
Got caught in the-
yes, thankfully no other creature killed her. It took the entirety of nature to take her down.
Lizard folk shrugs. Just seems to be like, well, at least she didn't kill herself, like we usually do.
No, she never got the chance.
Please don't do that. Seriously.
No, don't worry. Nothing bad could happen to me. I'm clearly a very important character.
Oh man, you're definitely the bomb. Don't worry about that.
I am the bomb.
Keldor's this
boy.
close to murdering Kid.
Honestly, if we invent therapy after this, it's going to be amazing.
I think lots of people might need therapy after this. Like,
We have to.
Anybody who watches this fire is going to need therapy after this. I'm going to need therapy after this.
Okay. Keldor, you have the apple, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, Relithor, that's your name. Relithor, what do we do with this apple?
Give to me? No, that's not his voice. That's a different voice entirely.
That's Meat Sprinkles.
Yeah. It is really for.
Oh, jeez. Still creepy.
I love him so much.
He just holds out his hand. Gimme.
Hold on.
Gimme.
What you're going to do with it first.
There's a ritual.
I don't know how to do the ritual. None of the rest of us do. Here you go.
I have a question. Does it require the seeds?
No. Mate, no.
Good.
Okay, if it doesn't
We
require
need
the
to
seeds, can I have
replant
them?
this.
That might be a good idea.
That. That tree was been there for. He looks at his wrist, realizes he's not wearing a watch because watches don't exist properly.
Mhm.
He goes, how old is? It's been there literally forever. That
And
thing
now
ain't
we're putting it someplace more convenient.
like where.
Somewhere not where people will die from frickin' wind just slicing you to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You realize why that's part of the whole thing. These apples, they can do very powerful things. Very
Okay.
powerful. They need to be protected.
Yeah, maybe have a door or something that's guarded instead of,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, killing. Because then you only get powerful people to get it. And powerful people often tend to not be nice people.
Yeah, we had one very confused woman who was guarding the entire thing.
Yeah, and like everything else was apparently gone or dead.
What do you mean
not
there's
a
only
thing.
one?
All the rest were gone or dead.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh dear. That's strange. Because the last people who went to visit would have... Relithor turns and looks at Sansalar. They would have been yours peoples. What? Sansalar awkwardly shuffles his feet and goes, "Yeah, I know, weird."
Who says that they were the last one? I mean, we already saw a skeleton up.
We didn't really stop to check if it was an elf skeleton, though.
Is there a difference between a human and an elf skeleton?
Probably. Probably something having to do with the teeth. I'm willing to bet there's less
Yeah.
cavities.
Probably.
Baco just shakes his head. Man, I missed this.
Anyways, dwarf dude.
Yeah.
Ritual?
Give me the apple.
I already gave it to you.
Everything
Oh,
about
yeah.
him. Everything about him saying that just makes me not want to give him the apple.
What
Keldor does
Relif-
have his weapon out. Just saying.
what Relifor does, he kneels down, he looks over to Flick and goes, "Can I have the knives?" I think Flick at this point would be very hesitant.
And maybe do something along the line of suggesting that he'll give them to him by embedding them in him.
Yeah,
That's a little
some
creepy.
kind of
I mean, he's
Some
already
kind of-
stabbed him once.
not veiled threat of "I'll give you a flipping knife in your stomach."
Does he need both of them?
Yeah.
Like, give him the knife. It's not like do this.
Oh, fine. Flick will reach and give him these two bronze daggers.
But there's like those are.
Relifor sniffs one, licks and goes, "Literally." He
Old man,
knives.
stop that and just get the stupid ritual done.
This is part of the ritual. As he sticks out his tongue, and you notice he has put a big cut across it.
Ow. Okay. I'm gonna go sit
Kid's a
over
little
there.
taken aback by that.
As he places the golden apple down, he reaches into his beard and pulls out a small bag. Then out of a bag, he pulls out, some dirt, a few leaves, and a dead rat, and tucks the bag back into his beard. He lifts the rat up, gets one of the blades, and cuts the rat down the center, from like where its hind legs are, right down to its throat, and then grips it with both hands very firmly and cracks it open. There is a disgusting, loud, cracking
Blah.
splat sound as a moth flies out of the rat.
I'm so.
The moth then lands on the apple, which Relifor has surrounded with the dirt. He takes the two blades, one with his blood, one with the blood of the rat, and crosses them over the top of the moth. This moth has a translucent greenish glow to it, and it suspends the blades over it in a cross over the apple, and Relifor begins to murmur in a language ever heard, except maybe Keldor once when his sister was doing something weird.
Or Zin, maybe.
Well, Zin, but Zin is somewhere. I think Zin sat with the wagons.
Mhm.
Didn't even bring the wagons in.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Zin's just like, I ain't want no part of this.
No, I'm not dealing with that day. Nope.
That sounds like Zin.
It is.
I'm going to sit with my dog. As Relifor begins his enchantment, you would notice all around you, starting, emanating from the apple, as he chants, the blades slowly press down. Very slowly, they are suspended, balanced over the moth's wings, and they slowly begin to press down, phasing through the moth being entirely unscathed as they cross through the moth into the apple, and emanating from that, a small circle appears in the ground. Anybody who can read Sylvan would notice that there are Sylvan runes and Sylvan letterings and words all around it. And as it spreads out, you physically notice everything inside that circle feels unearthly. The air is a slightly deeper color. The ground is different. There is a distinct smell of honeysuckle in the air as this circle grows and surrounds you. It grows and grows and grows, and eventually it gets, it passes you, and it's a good couple 100 feet wide. You notice as it does so, trees, they change. They are no longer trees you recognize. These are unearthly trees. They glow similar colors to the moth. They have various beautiful, exotic colored fruits, very similar to the golden apple. Wildlife, the flora and fauna, everything is things you cannot recognize. You think you see a squirrel. When you turn and look at it, the squirrel actually has like 12 eyes and wings and just vanishes off into the distance. This is not your world in any way, shape, or form.
Well,
May I roll to see what Keldor knows?
Yeah, what do you want to roll?
I'm assuming the planes would be...
Yeah.
A crit!
oh, Primrose is so in character for you.
This is the perfect moment for Primrose to get that crit, really.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Primrose, nat 20, tells you this is exactly like every single damn thing your dad ever explained to you about the secret garden. It is mystical and magical and can only, people don't know where it goes, it moves, it's this, it's that, it's everywhere, it's nowhere. This is an entirely new, different world, and you know it from that little bit of conversation, whether or not you took it seriously, from Lady Theodala. This is the Feywild. The Feywild has crossed over to merge with the material plane through whatever this crazy-ass ritual is. Whilst you are stood inside this circle, you are not on the material plane.
Pretty much just been staring, their eye darting around, trying to take everything in. And their hands start to tremble, and they're overcome with, I can't even explain it. They're overcome with relief and just, they made it here.
I think they're having a heart attack.
Well, as the circle grows a little bit further and wider, you eventually see a strange image that seems to vaguely resemble a cloaked person. This cloak, it is a very deep, dark, holly green, and it emanates the most powerful, potent presence you have ever felt or come across. can everybody make a will save?
Boy.
Oh boy. Rose is on point.
Oh.
All right, this is wonderful. So, 13 for Kid, 26 for Primrose, 25 for Keldor, 24 for Varco. I mean, also specify Keldor is in that 20. So, that'll mean a thing. And NPCs. How many of them do I have in here? Ready. Not that one. Down here. Cohorts. Alyssa.
Got her.
Oh, you got her.
Rolled a 12.
Oof. Angus probably. Well, it's physically impossible for Angus to succeed.
Oh, Angus got a 20.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Sansalar. Gen 3.
I don't think Rutherford's in here.
Oh, jeez, Gen 3. Oh, you poor guy.
Oh,
Oh,
the
And I don't have Relithor set up in there. But Nat 1.
well.
It doesn't matter what he has.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody with 25 or lower. Well, 24 or lower. 25 is a pass. You are terrified of this. The sheer power this seemingly ordinary cloaked fellow gives off is a lot. So basically, unless you're Angus, Keldor, or Primrose with your nat 20s and a 26, you're going, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
anywhere's better than here. Let's run.
Ah, if only. I don't get that till much later.
The cloaked figure takes a step towards you. You can see no features on his face. Like it's totally blacked out, and you hear a very deep, unearthly voice. Ugh, this is gonna ruin my throat. Who dares disturb me?
Eldor's just like pulls out his his new sword and new shield,
Mm-hmm.
and is like, I'd ask you the same thing. Who are you?
Keldor, maybe not do that. Here.
You would draw your blade.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, I've never been one to run away from anything, so yeah. And if you attack first? Myself. Don't want to fight, but I'm not afraid to.
To draw your blade is to accept death as a possibility. Do you take this?
Drawing a blade is always accepting the possibility.
Keldor. In the flash of an eye, this cloaked figure vanishes before you. and immediately reappears directly in front of you. And fine, I'll do the roll. You know what? Just so you can see what you're dealing with, I'll do the roll and roll 20. God, if this is a nat 1.
That would be awesome.
52 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
A little bit. And it's damn that. Okay. That's how much damage.
Cat.
How are you feeling? How are you looking?
Two HP.
Thank God.
Jeez.
As you feel, when this cloaked figure appears before you, you feel his entire arm reach through your stomach. And Kid, what your slide? What are you sliding? What are you doing?
Sliding Keldor is backwards.
Yeah. So
Is that a
everybody
fight
else
willing?
It doesn't have to be willing.
But you'd get
just
a-
gonna
against
try
it, but-
not to move.
will save then.
Trying to pull you back before it happens.
Okay, 26. No, you take
You
that.
stay there.
Keldor, you have an arm through your stomach. And even though you are right up close, you cannot see a single feature on this person. There is nothing. In fact, aside from the arm, which is currently embedded through you, you're fairly certain there is nothing inside that cloak.
This just plays more into Keldor. I like this. Keldor's just gonna be like,
Are not the one. Leave.
Keldor coughs up some blood. Cause that hurt.
A little bit.
And he's gonna be like, alright, good to know. And then I just look at him and I'm like, so who is the one? Like, Keldor's just not moving.
Are you just there? Like, are you just happy chilling out with his arm through you?
Keldor doesn't know what else to do.
All right.
He knows full well that if he tries to do anything, this thing takes as bad, he's dead. But he's just like, okay.
Is anybody else doing anything?
I don't want to approach. Everything in me is telling me to go just pull him off of this, but I'm gripped with an unnatural fear.
Yeah. It's a bit.
The slide was the only attempt possible, but I don't think I could get him out.
Primrose raises their hands a bit, like in front of them, as a show of pacifism. We're not here to intrude. We're simply here by happenstance.
I look at Lithor and I'm like, or is this the guy we're trying to meet?
Relithor just kind of looks at he just nods. He doesn't say anything, just...
Okay, so apparently we're not here by happenstance.
Yeah. Keldor, you feel the arm slide out of you. And as it as it does so, there's no hole left. And in fact, you can recover... Oh, I'm going to have to do maths here. Whoops. 2, 3, 10, 14, 19 plus caster level, which is 30. You can recover 49 hit points as he pulls his arm out and seals the hole.
Thanks for that.
Take it as a warning. Do
Don't worry.
not interfere with forces beyond you.
Kind of my
Seriously?
job.
I know I'm the last one to say this, but your flippant attitude is going to get all of us killed.
Seriously.
These are Fae. They can take whatever attitude and just turn it into something.
They aren't real. This guy is.
They are real.
Boy,
The figure turns and looks at you, kid.
Oh shit.
you think me not real?
Told you he was Fae.
You're real. I know that much.
So, why have you come here?
There's a wheel or something that we have to turn. They went through and they got back some daggers and we broke a tree and now we're here.
So, you are my envoy, here to end my... Ooh,
And my what? Sorry, that cut out.
Sorry. What he says.
you are the envoy, here to end my reign.
Apparently so.
Who amongst you will become them?
We'll become the what? It's hard to hear what you're saying, Matt. We'll become the what?
Become them. He's being very ambiguous. This is all
Oh.
spooky mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
I don't think I can do it. I'm already a Jarl. I don't need more responsibility. Anybody
No.
Prim
else?
steps forward.
Go for it.
Prim?
Anybody? Well, nobody said they're going to stop Prim.
Nope.
All right. This cloaked figure looks at you, makes eye contact with Prim, and does the same disappear, reappear trick. Appears before Primrose, looks deep into their eye.
Good. You will be a worthy...
And you cut out of that last bit.
Jesus Christ, why is it cutting out?
Don't even know.
It's probably your mic having trouble picking up, like,
It might be.
noticing that the lower stuff is happening, because mics tend to
Maybe.
do that.
See, what I'm doing is I'm purposefully not trying to project as much, because when I project doing this voice, it really fucks up my throat.
Hmm.
Yeah. Don't-
So, no, it's fine.
don't clear your throat.
No, it's fine. All right, so to repeat what he said,
You will be a worthy vessel.
there we go. That should have worked better.
No,
Did.
No,
Worked well. You will be a worthy vessel.
we got it, but the
Jesus
sound still
Christ.
cut out.
this worked fine the last time I used this voice. I use this voice a lot. Generic, key, otherworldly, powerful, evil voice. It works fine when I record things on stream. Why is it not working now?
It might be a
Screw you,
Discord
internet.
thing.
Yeah. All right. So, Primrose, as you stare deep into the hood, having been, you have confirmed you are doing this. You have consented. You have agreed. From inside the hood, you see a single red glowing eye, as if to mirror yours. And then the hood falls, and stood there is a horned stag skull. It seems to have humanoid-ish features, but the head is that of a horned stag, with its eyes glowing deep red, and at the base of the horns, the antlers, there is a crown made of holly leaves. Prim, around your head, you feel leaves forming. They take on the image of oak leaves, and they too form a crown. As you feel from deep inside of you a fundamental change occurring. You feel a powerful, potent existence growing from deep inside your soul. Every ounce of your life force is drained from you, as moment by moment, your strength score is taking damage, your constitution score is taking damage, and your body is growing physically more and more frail, as emanating out from it the image of a fairly young person. They appear to be male. They appear to be wearing a cloak in a bright oak green. They slowly step out of your body. And as they do so, the crown of oak leaves follows them, and Primrose's body falls to the floor, limp and lifeless.
I
Did Prim have a chance to look back?
Yeah, I mean, you've got a strength score of 0. So as it's falling, maybe when you've got like 1, you would have enough of a chance to look back and have your final words.
Oh, God, Can I make a quick action with that? 1 strength score?
Yeah.
They'll reach into their bag and pull out that journal they got from Ginthry and hold it out to whoever wants to take it from the group.
I I don't think anyone is quite dumb enough to get near you, so chances are it'll just be in your body's hand when you fall. Unless somebody wants to...
Eliza.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? Will scores be damned. Eliza is going to rush over and grab that. What they will also do, Eliza will cup Primrose's cheek, and with tears streaming down her face, she will very quietly whisper, "I wasn't ready, but Thank you. And I love you.
Okay. You're never ready for this kind of thing. Stay strong.
She nods. What she also does is very forcibly, she reaches into your bag and grabs your jar of ashes. And she looks at you as if to ask, is now the time?
Primrose simply nods, and if able to, will pull Eliza close and touch their forehead to hers. And
I
just
mean, if you want, instead of falling limp onto the ground, your choice.
You can
Mhm.
what? We cut out.
Yeah. Instead of falling limp to the ground, like I said earlier, choose to fall limp on Eliza's arms, if you'd prefer.
That would be nice, yes.
Yeah. So that happens. You touch forehead, and Primrose's body goes limp. The ashes in the jar tips and scatters. What the rest of you then see is you see the two figures. One, the horned creature wearing a crown of holly, and now this young looking male wearing a crown of oak. They begin to clash. As they do so, you see in both worlds, because you can still see the material realm as well, every time their blades clash, you see physical tears occurring through the sky, through the trees, cutting through the two realms, affecting both the material and Feywilds. As a fight rages on, you slowly witness in the Feywild the types of flora and fauna changing, moving from a more wintry autumnal series of colors to a brighter, more verdant green. The life, the wildlife becoming more mammal and I forgot the word for not nocturnal. Whatever
Diurnal.
that's it. And becoming more that instead of all the more nocturnal creatures. And eventually, as the fight reaches an end with the horned creature on its knees, the young man stood above it. He slices the head off of the horned creature, and it falls to the ground. Then, as the man turns to face you all, you see that his head has now become that of the horned creature from before, now wearing a crown of oak leaves. He puts his hood back up, and your view into the Feywild begins to vanish as the circle closes, sealing everything that lives and died in the Feywild in it. As the circle closes, inside, still in Eliza's arms, Primrose's body slowly disappears into the Feywild.
I wasn't ready. Don't even have anything to bury. Eliza? Kid's going to just kind of walk off a little bit.
All right. I mean, I have no idea what to say to follow that.
It's okay. Please stay.
You know what? I am more than happy to wrap up 10 minutes early because I think we as a group are probably going to have a nice chat and make sure Rebecca's okay with everything because I know that was very intense and very emotional. I also feel the need I should point out this has been not the exact nature of it, but Rebecca had consented to this, the loss of this character. This isn't me being asshole GM and go, ha ha ha, I kill you. This was known. But we are still going to have a good long chat about that to make sure everyone is okay, because emotions are important, everybody. So, with that, I think wrapping up 10 minutes early is probably for the best. Thank you for tuning in. I have been the Bardic Knock. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all under the Bardic Knock. Welcome to the party. Wonderful place, great people. We get to do all kinds of great, amazing stuff. Thanks to you, the viewers, and the patrons. Check out Welcome to the Party's Patreon. That's them. Also, a huge thank you to our sponsors of Tabletop Loot, Deb and Rue, the Mistress of Maps, and so Nerdware. Archer, do you have your things to plug?
Yes, I do. I have an Etsy page where I do awesome beadwork, like this guy right here that I just finished making. Currently, I should... 1 second. I do have a sale going on, so if you guys want to check that out, go for it. I do hair clips, bracelets, keychains, so if you want anything like that, all customizable. Do you want to get in touch with me directly? Go for that. I'm in the Discord. I also can take messages Etsy and discuss what you like. Yeah. Just posted a link and with that.
Alrighty. So, Cody, artists to say who they are.
Well, the artists who have designed the characters for Kid the Dark Horse. The first one is Thomas JB on Twitter and Mikun19 on DeviantArt. Please go check them out. I don't think Mikun is currently offering commissions, but keep in touch. She offers them pretty frequently.
Her stuff
Alrighty.
is really good.
It's amazing.
Rebecca, I have no idea if you are okay right now. If you want to tell us where we can find your DeviantArt stuff, or do you want me to say that and you still need a moment?
I'm here. Yeah, I do. I have a DeviantArt. Lundana, Lundana.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Rebecca. All right. I think we are all done here. We are going to go and raid. Who are we going to go raid? I saw it. We're going to go raid Alaskan Blue Jay. because my good buddy Shogun is DMing his Dungeons and Dragons hybrid with Destiny on there right now. So / raid ls can. Thank God it remembers it, but it didn't. There we go. Alaskan Blue Jay. All right, we're gonna go raid that. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We're all gonna go have lots of feelings and process a lot of stuff. So until next time, stay safe and happy adventuring.